Oh, throttles forward.
What?
And last time too. Mixtures forward, prop set, throttles forward, flaps up, gear up, identify, dead leg, dead engine, verify, throttle back on the dead engine. That's the dead engine. Feather.
It's the last episode of the multi-engine rating series I filmed with Wing Bird Aviation. On this episode, you're going to see a complete mock check ride, covering every possible question the examiner might ask, in and out of the airplane. I'm including the good, the bad, and the ugly. So take to the comments section and let me know. Do you think I passed my check ride, or did I fail miserably? You're just going to have to watch to find out.
All right, Emma. Check ride is tomorrow, right?
Yes.
You're going to be fine.
Okay.
So we're going to do a little bit of a mock whirl here. So we're going to start at the questions that are usually prevalent in the multi-engine add-on check ride. So there's only so many things that you can talk about. So we're going to start out talking about our Baron. So what type of light twin are we flying? Is it a conventional twin, or do we have kind of rotating props?
We are flying a conventional twin today, so our props are both rotating in the same direction.
Okay, what is that called? Conventional twin?
Conventional, yes.
Okay. So that means we must have a critical engine. Do we have a critical engine?
Yes, we do. It's the left engine.
It's the left, okay. The left was the right engine, not critical, and the left engine is critical.
Well, the left engine is critical because if lost, it would have the most adverse effect upon the controllability of the airplane.
Absolutely. So which one would that be on our airplane?
That would be the left engine.
The left one, okay. With that in mind, tell me why the left engine is critical and the right engine is not.
We actually have an acronym for that, and it's called the PAST acronym. So P stands for P factor. So on the downstroke, as the propeller comes down, it's taking a bigger bite out of the air than it would be on the upstroke. And so that is causing a left turning tendency. And it also affects single engine airplanes, but that's twice as pronounced in the twin. And so because we have lost that, our center of thrust on both of these engines comes to the bottom right of each engine, because that's where that downstroke happens.
Okay.
And so from the center of gravity of the airplane, seen right here, the center of thrust from the left engine is a lot closer to the center of gravity than it is on the right, because as you can see on the right engine here, that center of thrust is a lot farther away. And so it becomes a battle of leverage. So once you lose that engine, the distance from the center of gravity to the right side of the right engine is a lot greater than the right side of the left engine. So when you lose that, it really causes the airplane to turn.
What do we call that distance?
That is called an arm.
It is. Excellent.
The A stands for accelerated slipstream. And so accelerated slipstream is, both of these engines are creating a lot of wind. And all of that wind coming over the wings is contributing to the lift. That, not just the relative airflow, but the lift that the propellers are creating over the wings. And so we have two big sources of lift here. When we lose that left engine, the arm also comes into play here, because we've got all this wind created on the right, and it also causes a left turning tendency.
It does. So just to clarify, the accelerated slipstream is going to actually add the roll to.
Yes.
The P factor will add more of the yaw, and then the accelerated slipstream will add more of the roll.
Because you've got all that wind coming over the ailerons.
Absolutely. So. All that power's there, so it makes the airplane want to start its roll.
Yeah. The S stands for spiraling slipstream.
Okay.
So if you're ever taking off on a really foggy morning, or like a really hazy dewy morning, you can kind of actually see the prop beating the moisture out of the wind, and that spiral that it creates in the air is called a spiraling slipstream. And both of these engines are creating one. The spiraling slipstream kind of flings off to the right, and on the left engine it hits the vertical stabilizer and the rudder, so it helps give you more rudder authority. On the right engine, it doesn't help you at all. It chucks off over here where it can't be of use to anybody. So when you lose this airflow that hits the vertical stabilizer and the rudder, then you're not getting any help.
Right.
So you're losing that benefit to controllability.
Limited, right?
Yes. Yeah. You're losing that benefit to the rudder. So the T stands for torque.
Okay.
And so I like to think of torque as my CFI Danny explained it to me. I like to think of the airplane as a drill, and the engines are the drill bit. So if you're sitting there and you're drilling on something like a piece of wood that has some metal in it or something, and the drill bit catches on it, the drill bucks in your hand. It goes the opposite direction.
Right.
And that can be explained by Newton's third law, which for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, and that's what's happening to the airplane. So the airplane is the body of the drill, the engines are the drill bit, and when that prop stops, the airplane turns the other way.
Absolutely. Good job. So that explains the critical engine, right?
Yes.
So with the critical engine being the left engine, there's something that the manufacturers who build these aircraft, they have a set of criteria
Yes.
they use for determining VMC. So we'll talk a few minutes about VMC. So what is VMC?
So VMC is defined as the minimum controllable airspeed upon the loss of the critical engine that still keeps the airplane controllable, so keeps it able to maintain directional control.
Okay, so the way I like to talk to that is basically it's minimum control speed, right? That's the airspeed at which you no longer have the rudder authority.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Okay, so let's
Okay,
go
so-
that
Okay.
direction. Okay.
So VMC is the airspeed at which is the minimum airspeed at which you no longer have the rudder authority to maintain directional control of the aircraft upon loss of the critical engine.
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Exactly. There you go. So the manufacturer has a set of criteria
Yes.
that they use to determine VMC.
Yes.
And tell me what that criteria is.
Okay, so we also have an acronym for that, and it's O Combat SWAN.
Okay.
So the O stands for out of ground effect.
Excellent.
And basically, all of these criteria are what, hold on. That's what the manufacturer uses to determine it. So this is the worst case scenario. So all of these, the manufacturer determines VMC at the worst case scenario. So all these things that happen are contributing to VMC and making it worse. So making the effects of VMC on the airplane worse. So once we're out of ground effect, we're no longer getting help by ground effect. So we're no longer
Right.
have
So
that cushion.
they're actually trying to make their airplane look good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're trying
Okay.
to make their airplane look we're the best, right?
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so
Should I explain these criteria as I tell him them, or should I just say them and wait for questions?
Well, I would explain. Let's go through the criteria.
Okay.
Well, how do they determine it?
Okay, so they determine it through this acronym called O Combat SWAN. So O stands for out of ground effect. C counts for critical engine inoperative. O stands for operating engine at full power. M is most unfavorable weight, or max gross weight, which in our case is the max gross weight. B stands for bank angle of 5 degrees. A stands for A stands for aft loading. T stands for, hold on. I always mix T and S up. T isn't temperature, T is thrust.
No.
Hold on. Oh, T is takeoff configuration.
There you
So
go.
flaps down, gear down. S is standard day, so standard condition, standard pressure. And S stands for, hold on. Shit. Why don't I remember? S is the easy one. Hold on. Oh, I almost got it.
Come on.
Takeoff configuration. S is standard day. I just
S
said
is
it.
standard
I just
day.
said it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
S is standard day, and 1 is 150 pounds of air
Excellent.
pressure.
Excellent.
Okay.
So that's the acronym they use to determine. So looking at the VMC, we'll take a few things that will make VMC worse, will increase VMC or lower VMC. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about. So the lower the VMC is the good VMC. The increase in VMC is bad, right? So let's say we added power to the critical engine. We put more power. I'm sorry,
Operating engine?
the operating engine.
Well, that would make VMC worse.
Right, so that would increase VMC, right?
Yes.
So more power, more roll, right? What about if we talked about out of ground effect, right? So out of ground effect does what to that VMC?
It increases VMC.
No,
Or lowers VMC.
because you have better performance, right? And an increase in temperature,
Increase in temperature lowers VMC.
it does, absolutely. So less power, right?
Right.
What about reducing the bank angle?
Reducing the bank angle increases VMC.
It does. So
Which is
less angle of attack, less effectiveness, right? What about a windmilling propeller?
A windmilling propeller raises VMC
Definitely will.
exponentially.
It absolutely
That's
will.
like the worst thing that you can do.
Why is that so bad?
It's creating a lot more drag than if you had the prop feathered because there's more surface area of the propeller in front of you, so the drag is higher. You have more relative wind.
Excellent, excellent. What about heavy? Would that lower or would that increase VMC?
Being heavy is a good thing, so it would lower VMC.
It is, because it's harder for it to roll, right? What about if we had the gear down and the flaps down? Would that lower or increase VMC?
That would lower VMC, and you would want that because it would also help you maintain directional control better because of the keel effect.
Keel effect, exactly. So that definitely helps you. And we talked about ground effect. We did talk about that. And what about if it's an increase in temperature? What if it's really hot outside?
That's a good thing because it lowers your performance. So we're going to have less
Absolutely.
performance to get us into that
absolutely.
VMC roll.
Absolutely. Less power, less yaw, right? Really good, Emma. Somebody's been studying. So I know you worked on the weight and balance. You did that and the performance charts with one of our MEIs yesterday. So let's go through a couple of definitions on the performance charts. So what is accelerate stop? Give me the definition of that and explain it to me.
Okay, so accelerate stop is the horizontal distance required, assuming engine failure at VR, which is our rotation speed.
And that speed is what?
And that speed is 84 knots.
Good deal.
Assuming the critical loss of the critical engine at 84 knots to come to a complete stop before the end of the runway.
It could be either engine.
Okay.
It could be the left or the right. It doesn't have to be the critical engine.
Okay.
So
Actually, we're not flying it, so.
Yeah, you're still power to idle, maintain direction control, and come to a stop. So yeah, so it does not have to be the critical engine. So it's any kind of an engine failure, fire, fault that you see on the roll, and you're at 84 knots. Boom, something happens.
Yeah.
It's the distance you would travel to stop. Right. There's also in our particular airplane, the Baron's one of the unique light twins that actually has an accelerate go chart. So tell me a little bit about the definition of accelerate go.
So accelerate go is the horizontal distance required to come to a complete stop before the end of the runway, assuming loss of an engine at VR. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Accelerate go is the horizontal distance required, assuming an engine failure at rotation. Let's say we kept flying to clear a 50-foot obstacle at the end of the runway.
Basically, it's basically the distance to travel, catastrophic engine failure at rotation, pitch up, and climb to 50 feet.
Which, and I think I was taught, Parker was saying during ground school the other day, but like there's very few situations that you would want to do that unless you're like on a Navy carrier or the cartel was chasing you or something like that. I mean, you probably would just rather go off into the grass.
In a light twin, yeah, Parker's exactly right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, very good. So what's the definition of single engine service ceiling?
So single engine service ceiling is the highest you can go on a single engine and no longer be able to maintain a climb rate of 50 feet.
Right, exactly. So you're planning a trip to, let's say, Taos. You want to get over a 10,000 foot mountain. Your single engine service ceiling is 8,000. Do you want to make that trip? Because the Baron will go up, 12, 13, 14,000.
Probably not. Or if I am going to, I would probably still go on the trip, but I would find like I would do what I do with other airplanes, which is find a low area. So I'd find a pass through the mountains or fly over a road or something. So
right, you choose a suitable route.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah. All right, let's talk just a few minutes about the Baron and some of the systems in the Baron. So we're flying the Baron. We have, what type engines do we have?
We have Continental IO 520s.
520s, Continental IO 520s, right. And they hold how much oil?
Well, we have a maximum capacity of 12 quarts, but we like to run around 9. It'll spit it out if it's not.
You bet. Absolutely. Perfect. And what about props? What kind of props do we have?
We've got 3-bladed constant speed props.
Okay. Are there anything else besides constant speed?
Like about the props?
Yeah.
Or,
So if I just ask you, what kind of props do we have?
yes. Okay.
There's three.
Okay.
Three
Yes.
things.
So
for
we
these
have
particular-
we have two 3-bladed constant speed propellers. They're full feathering with unfeathering accumulators.
Perfect. That's exactly right. So tell me a little bit about how the propeller works.
Okay. All right. So to feather the prop, we have a mechanical spring aided by oil pressure that drives the prop to feather. And they are also aided by flight weights inside the propeller. To unfeather the prop, we have a prop governor that pushes oil in and out of the propeller, and that assists with bringing the prop out of feather. And then if we can't get the prop out of feather, we have unfeathering accumulators, which consist of a air and oil charge. The air is nitrogen to bring those props out of feather while in flight.
Very good. Yeah, that's a really good definition. So constant speed, full feathering with unfeathering accumulators. So let's go a little bit deeper into that. So if I push the props forward, all the way forward, am I going into high pitch or am I going into low pitch?
I like to think of it as feathering and unfeathering because high and low pitch confuse me.
Okay.
Is Brad going to need?
Well,
Because that the high and low pitch, it's hard for me to know where that reference is because I'm thinking high, so that's going to be less flat or more flat.
so
Which one is feathering? Is feathering high pitch or low pitch?
feathering is the high pitch.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
See, that confuses me because I'm like, why wouldn't it be low pitch? Because you want it. I don't know. Like,
Well, the pitch is this, right?
yeah,
That's
but in
where the prop
reference
pitch
to
is.
what? Like, what determines high or low?
The resistance into the wind, basically.
Okay.
Okay. So when you push the prop full forward, okay, you're pushing oil into the hub. Okay.
Oh,
with
is
the
it like
spring.
if the prop is the wing and it's like the air, then it's like high pitch is like if you were, like that's what the prop is doing?
That's a good way to look at
Okay.
it. That's a good way to look at it. But low pitch is straight through. High pitch is straight.
See, it's confusing. Okay.
Yeah. So you push the prop full forward. That's low pitch. You bring it all the way back to feather. That's high pitch.
Okay.
That's bringing the flaps into the wind. Or
Okay.
I'm sorry, that's bringing the blades into the wind.
Got it.
So that's kind of how I look at it. I bring the prop lever all the way back. The spring wins. All the oil goes out, and the prop feathers. Okay. I bring the oil, push the prop forward. The spring shoots all the oil back into it. Now we've got a regular constant speed prop.
Okay.
Okay.
If I had given Brad my explanation that I just gave you, do you think that's passing?
I think you'd have done. I think you probably would have moved on.
Okay.
But I want you to understand low pitch and high pitch.
Yeah. Okay. So low pitch is forward, high pitch is back. Well, forward is non-feathering, back is feathering. So.
Yes.
Okay.
And what's high pitch and low pitch?
Low pitch is feathered.
Low pitch is
Non-feathered. I don't know.
High pitch is low pitch is high.
That's so confusing. Okay, I might. If this is the one thing that he hammers on, I'm okay with him drilling into this because, like, I understand what feathering and not feathering is, and I'm sure I can get there. I'll study this more tonight.
It absolutely is confusing.
It's very confusing. Well, and that's what Parker said too. Is he also likes to think of it as feathering and feathering, and I'm like, I feel like that's acceptable, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you were getting your MEI,
Yeah.
you would go into a little bit more depth, like we were going into there.
Okay.
But just for your personal knowledge, so you know. But your explanation originally was pretty good.
Okay.
So I believe you would probably move on from that. Let's start off with your favorite. Let's start off with the electrical system.
Okay.
Okay. So what kind of electrical system? And just basic knowledge is all you need here.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have two 12-volt batteries connected in series, and we have connected to those batteries, we have two overvoltage regulators and two 50-amp alternators.
Right. What kind of alternators are they? Are they belt driven?
No, those are gear-driven alternators.
They're gear driven. Yeah. What about the voltage regulators? You said we had how many of those?
We have two of those.
Okay. What are they there for?
They're basically there if the alternator creates too much power. We don't want too much power in the system, and so basically they help regulate the flow of electricity to the electrical system.
Are they both operating at the same time?
No, they trade off to each other.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what will we call that?
We would call that relay?
Redundancy.
Redundancy. Okay,
Yeah,
redundancy.
Absolutely. What about the fuel system?
So we have 166 gallons usable fuel
Perfect.
on board. We have, is it 3 or 4? 3 tanks.
There's 3 bladders in there, but
bladders.
it's all considered one tank.
Okay.
It's all considered.
So
Each wing is basically, there's only one filler nozzle, but there's several bladders in there.
okay. So we've got 166 usable fuel total on board. We've got fuel bladders in both of the wings with 1 filler hole on each side. We have a total of 8 sumps, and those all kind of trickle down to 1 sump that needs to be pre-flighted on each side of the wing. And we have 2 fuel selectors in the cockpit that can also switch. Each of them can also switch to cross-feed.
Okay, when would we use crossfeed?
That would be in the event of an engine failure.
Right. Can we use it to transfer fuel back and forth if we're
No,
low?
it's emergency use only.
Exactly, emergency use only. How many fuel pumps do we have on board?
We have 3. No, 5. We have 5.
Wow, we got 5 fuel pumps?
No, we have 3. We have 3.
Tell me where
Wait.
the 5 fuel pumps
No,
are.
we do have 5.
Okay.
We do have 5. And here's why we have 5. Because we have two switches on the dash as backup fuel pumps. So we have 2 of those, 1 for each tank. We also have
One for each engine.
engine. Yes,
Yeah.
sorry, 1 for each engine. We have 2 engine-driven fuel pumps. So we have 2 electric fuel pumps, 2 engine-driven fuel pumps, and 1 fuel pump to the heater.
Ah, the heater.
Yes.
That brings me to my next subject. What kind of heater do we have?
We have a heater that burns avgas to heat the airplane.
Wow. How does it work?
Well, it burns avgas and it consumes the gas and
So where's it
Spits out a
getting,
bunch of
where's it
heat.
getting fuel from?
the fuel tank,
Which one?
the left.
Okay. Do you know how much it burns per hour?
1 gallon an hour.
That's a pretty good guess.
Don't help
Yeah.
me. I'm cheating. He's helping me cheat. I ratted on him.
You weren't looking at me for the longest time. I was giving you signs.
So what burns in a gallon an hour?
Yeah, a gallon to a
Okay.
gallon and a half an hour,
Okay.
typically.
But I know it does pull out of the left because that's what the fuel diagram showed. It pulls out of the left. And then as far as like how it works, I mean, is
Well,
it like an open flame?
Let's say it open. Yeah, it is.
It's
It's,
an open
basically
flame.
it's a
Okay.
contained flame, contained combustion chamber up in the front, and that's what heats the engine. So I had something I was going to ask you on that. And,
If it overheats,
yeah, what happens if it overheats?
it blows a breaker that's located in the nose wheel compartment of the airplane.
Exactly.
And a mechanic needs to look at that.
Absolutely. So if the breaker goes, it probably went for a reason.
Yeah.
So it could be an issue with the heater. So before operating it again, you definitely want the mechanics to take a look at it. Excellent. What about our landing gear? Tell me a little bit about the landing gear.
So we have electric landing gear that are held in place by uplock rollers, and I like to think of those as just little hooks that hold the gear up, and they move back and forth when we need to swing the gear up and down. And then in the case of a gear failure, we have a mechanical crank that we need to do about 50 revolutions on in between the pilot and co-pilot seat, and it's also part of our before start checklist. that we
Right.
check to
So
ensure
it's
that
one
there.
thing you want to include when Brad asks you. It's the type of gear that it actually is. It's called adjustable linkage.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
that's kind of the buzzword.
Adjustable linkage.
Buzzwords,
What does
you
adjustable
want.
linkage mean?
Don't ask me that.
Okay.
We'd be here all day.
Okay. Adjustable. Is
You
it,
want to open that can of worms? We can.
I mean, I don't want to open the can of worms with Brad, but
Yeah,
I do
I
want
would-
to know what it means.
I
Just
would-
like a really brief. What does it? Adjustable linkage mean?
It means the linkage is adjustable
Okay.
as it goes into the wheel well.
Okay, so I don't need to know that.
No, you don't
Okay.
need to know that. No, it's just a fancy word.
Okay.
And he'll go,
Is
"Wow,
it like chains?
That's
Is it
in-
like a chain link?
There's a really good video out that
I'm still asking him the same question. I'm sorry.
there's a really good video out that one of the universities puts out. I can't think of which university off the top of my head it is. Maybe maybe from Spartan, that they do a really good video on a Bonanza landing gear.
Okay.
And it's the Bonanza landing gear and the Baron landing gear are basically identical. So it's something that I make all of our MEIs watch, and it'll really explain everything on a kind of a molecular level.
Okay.
If you want to go that far.
Not for this ride. I'll be
No,
right.
no, I'm not doing that. So we've pretty much covered everything. One thing I do want you to know is the V-speeds. Let's just go over a couple of the critical ones.
Okay.
So what is blue line in this airplane?
Blue line is 99.
99 knots. What's VY in this airplane?
VY is 102.
102. What's gear extension speed?
Gear extension speed, you want to be below 152 knots.
Perfect. What about 15 degrees flaps?
Also 152 knots.
Perfect. What about full flaps?
121 knots.
You're doing good.
Yeah.
You're doing really
good.
What is red line?
Red line. Fuck. Okay. See, you said I was doing good. Now it's 229.
Oh,
Two.
red line.
Red line. Oh, red line. Sorry, I thought you meant V&E.
No.
Red line. Sorry, red line. VMC.
What is red
80.
line? 80. It's VMC. And what is VA? Maneuvering speed?
150. 156.
Yeah. So those are the basic ones you need to know. All in all, I think you did an excellent job.
Okay.
There may be something else he'll throw out there scenario-wise, but with the knowledge that you've displayed, I think if he does do that, I think you're going to do just fine.
Okay.
So very happy with that. That was impressive.
Okay.
Good job.
Good job, Emma.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you get to edit
This is what I know. I'm gonna. So that's one thing I'm gonna do. Not that I don't do this all the time, but I think I'm gonna try to include every single little mistake I make because I think people will appreciate that.
No, Brian. No brands.
Yeah. Right. Well, and also
And you're learning a new airplane.
Yeah,
You're getting a rating.
Yeah.
This is an added rating.
Well, and I haven't been a student for a long time.
All right, young lady, you got this.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay, we are taking off. Feet on the brakes. Full power. Off the brakes. Power out. I'm going to do a complete stop.
There you go. Good job.
All right, ready to go?
Yep. Nice. Good job.
Okay, we're going to pitch for 130, climb to 3,500. Okay, we've lost our engine, so we're going to maintain directional control of the aircraft. Mixtures forward, props set, throttles forward. Flaps up, gear up. Identify dead leg, dead engine, verify, throttle back on the dead engine. Raise the dead. Pitch down for airspeed. Raise the dead. Feather. Mixture back, declare an emergency.
There you go. A little late on that feather.
Yeah. I was watching that airspeed. You want to get slow. Okay, we're going to pitch for blue line.
All right, very good. You can have both engines back.
Both engines.
So bring that left one back a little, about 25 inches there. We'll start off with a couple of seat turns, okay?
Okay, sounds good. I don't see anybody on the right.
All right, very good.
All right, let me get established on a heading here. Do you mind which heading?
Oh, no, you pick it.
4-5. All right, we're going to bring our manifold pressure back to 16 or 18 inches. We'll go ahead and begin our turn. We're looking for 45.
Drivers are 688 on the go, left post traffic, Terrell.
Terrell, traffic Cherokee 6017 Whiskey's final 18, Terrell.
I don't feel like that 16-18 is working for me today.
No, and I don't either. And you started off the maneuver a little bit slow as well.
Yeah.
So you started off at like 140. I highly recommend you get between 145 and 150. And as hot as it is today, you probably need 20 inches of manifold pressure actually starting the maneuver.
Is it plus or minus 100 for this one?
Plus or minus 100 and plus or minus 10 knots. Or 5 knots, I'm sorry.
What would you like to see next?
Oh, let's do slow flight.
Slow flight. Okay, let's set up for slow flight.
Yep.
So, for slow flight, we are basically getting configured to land. So, I'm going to bring my power down to 15 inches. We're below 152, so I'm going to drop my gear. First notch flaps. Number 3 green.
Okay, so turn the nav light off there and see if it gives you 3 green.
Oh,
there you
got
go.
3 green.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright, we're below 121. We're going to go full flaps. There's 90.
Excellent. Excellent. Go a let's give me a turn back to the north, left turn.
Okay, left turn to the north.
Whiskey left base 180.
Traffic Cessna 64327, departing runway 18.
And when you get on that north heading, I want you to set up for a power off stall. So
Okay.
once you get to north, we'll get your speed to 95 and get yourself about a 500 foot per minute descent rate, and show me a power off stall.
Alright, there's our 360 heading. So we're going to pull power out, pitching for 95,
Hold your altitude right there. Hold it.
holding up to the horizon. First indication, drop the nose, power in.
And then positive rate gear up.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
And
Okay.
then 102 flaps up.
Okay. Okay, got it.
7 left down, left crosswind runway 8.
So show me a power on stall.
Okay, power on stall. So we're
take
going
off stall.
to bring this back to about here, and we're going to pitch it for 102.
Okay?
Upon 102, we're going to pitch up 10 degrees.
427 left downwind, departing the area to the north, Terrell.
Okay, there's 102. We're going to pitch up 10 degrees.
Okay, so hang on just a second. So at 102, establish 102, that's your climb out. At 102, you're going to add your power.
Okay.
Okay, so remember this is a takeoff stall. So 102, just establish at 102. You're pretty close there. You only want to go about 18 to 20 inches on this. On a hot day, about 20 inches.
Okay.
It's about 65% of your power right now. Now pitch up. Now keep pitching till you hear the stall.
Okay, first indication, drop the
Going down
nose,
to power.
power up.
There you go. Now you're coming up on 115. Show me a accelerated stall.
Okay, 115, accelerate stall. We're going to bring the manifold pressure back to 15.
Okay.
We're going to get 115 back real quick.
There you go.
15, 45.
There it is. Recover. Good deal. Much better. That's all there is to it.
Okay.
All right, show me a VMC demo.
Okay, so
And give me a right turn to the north. We'll use that for your cardinal heading for the
Okay.
VMC direction.
sounds good. So to begin the maneuver, we want 15 inches and 110 knots. Let that airspeed walk back.
So you can start to configure at this airspeed.
Okay.
And by the time you get configured, you should be
Be
at
there?
110.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so left engine out.
Rudder in.
Directional control, rudder
Hold your
in.
altitude.
Full power on the right engine.
All right.
We're going to pitch up 1 knot per second.
What are you going to do with your bank?
Raise the deck.
36017.
Hold that bank right there. Don't move it. Keep it there. Keep the bank in.
Run out of rudder. Recover.
Good.
102.
Good job. Nice.
Nice work, Emma.
Yeah,
Thank
very good. So once you finish the maneuver, don't stop climbing. Just level off, okay?
Okay. Okay, seems like we have something going on with our engine, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to run the drill. So, throttles forward.
What?
Fuck. God damn it. Fucking last time, too. Mixtures forward. Prop set. Throttles forward. Flaps up. Gear up. Identify dead leg, dead engine. Verify. Throttle back on the dead engine. That's the dead engine. Feather.
Okay. So we're at altitude, so what can you do?
We're going to fix.
All right, so you look down at your fuel. That's the
Oh.
first place you want to look.
Okay, it looks like we have a fuel issue.
Okay, so that's not the issue, so let's go ahead and do a feather.
Okay, so feather.
Okay, so go ahead and feather.
Okay, feather on the right.
Yeah, make sure you got the right engine.
Okay, that helps significantly.
All right, what's after feather?
After feather, we're going to mixture back on the dead.
Okay,
All right, now we're going to secure our engine.
and what else is after mixture?
Raise the dead.
And
Alert emergency.
exactly, yeah. Don't forget to do that. All right, now we can secure the engine.
Okay, let's secure the engine. So cowl flaps closed. We're not going to do that in this airplane today. Fuel selector off. It is already off. Check our altitude and our heading. Okay, magnetos off.
You need all that power?
Now let's pull some of that power out.
20 inches usually pretty close there. There you go.
Okay. Okay, so do you want magnetos off?
Just simulate everything.
Simulate magnetos off, simulate altitude off, and cross speed is required.
All right, very good.
Okay, we're going to attempt an engine restart.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so air start. Fuel selector on. Maintain our heading. Mixture, full rich. Throttle, slight. Mags, both. Prop, forward out of feather.
Alright, and then put it even with the other one.
Then with the other one.
No, put it back even with the other one.
Okay.
So that way they don't overspeed.
Okay, got it. Prop forward out of feather. Visually confirm. Bring the power up. Full pressure check.
Clear the active intel. 0.
So a couple of indications you can look to make sure that when you pull the right engine, you did get it right, you got the right engine. Your fuel flow is a big one, but a really good indicator is your EGTs. So if you see your EGTs go blank on your JPI, you know that's the engine that's failed. Okay. And then on the props, when you go pitch forward out of feather, so what you're doing is you're going full forward and you're actually watching the props, physically watching the props come out of feather, right? And then you want to bring it back even to the other one where you had it, so when it does start up, you don't overspeed.
Okay.
And then they're synced up fairly closely when you get done.
Got it.
All right, give me a left turn. Where are we at? Left turn 300.
We're at 300.
We are? Okay, then we're good.
Okay, so to brief our approach, our runway landing distance today is 6,000 feet. Our touchdown zone elevation point is 447 feet, which is the same as the airport elevation. We've got all of our frequencies loaded. Let's go ahead and switch to tower. That all looks good. We already got our weather. All right, we're currently at 4,900 feet. We'll descend to 2,900 feet at Huddle, and that's where we will approach Huddle at 2,900 feet. We want to be at 2,000 by recog. Our minimum decision altitude today is 697 feet. If we do not see the runway, we're going to go mist, and the mist approach for that is climb up to 3,000, direct IQC, then track on 117 to Jaeger and hold.
Excellent.
All right, so let's go ahead.
Go ahead and load the approach in up on the 430 there.
All right. Select approach, enter RNAV for 18, enter. You like vectors?
No, I don't usually do vectors. I'd like just put the whole approach in like finger or kayak.
All right, let's go kayak. Load, enter. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Damn it. Fuck, how do I get back? I don't remember how to, when
just
I do
press that button.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, that's not working. Okay, that is working.
That's working.
Direct to, enter, activate.
All right.
All right. We're going to go ahead and descend down to 2,900. Okay, we've lost our engine, so mixture's rich, prop set, throttle forward, flaps up, gear up, identify, dead leg, dead engine, verify, throttle back on the dead engine, raise the dead 5 degrees, feather. Feather, mixture back on the dead, declare an emergency. Don't need all that power. Going to trim up. Okay. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Begin turn.
So just a little tip. Don't be in a giant hurry to get down, right? Let the glide slope come in here.
Okay.
Altitude is always your friend. Looking good. Everything looks good. I mean, you're doing great. How about a gum check?
Gum check. Okay, gas is on both. Undercarriage down. We'll wait till first deflection. Mixture set. Props and power set. And switches are on.
Go.
Okay, we've got our first dot here. We're going to drop the gear and first touch of flaps. Going to balloon up and catch that dot.
Very nice.
Yes, on course. We're a little ways out of recog, but I'm going to go ahead and call him. Mesquite Tower, Baron 322, Echo Tango is recog inbound.
Baron 2, Echo Tango, runway 18, clear to land.
Clear to land 18, Baron 322, Echo Tango. Blue line, blue line.
All right, looking good. Looking real good, Emma. Airspeed looks good. You're right on line. Needles are straight. Glide slope's right on point. You're doing great.
Okay, our minimum decision height is 697, so we're 900 above that right now.
Okay.
We're 800 above that right now.
stable, right? Yeah, stable approach. This is what we want.
100.
It's exactly what we want.
200. Get that speed back where it needs to be.
All right, we're TEVCU inbound. Everything looks good. Remember, it's going to start getting really sensitive the closer you get, so stay on point. You're doing great.
1,000 feet.
All right, you got 400 feet to minimums. Don't let that glide slope get away from you.
Gotta lord this wind.
Yeah. You can land in this, you can land in anything. All right, take your foggles off. Fly the approach all the way down. All right, you got both. Good job.
Nah, we'll just keep going. I don't want to wear out your brakes.
Great job, Emma.
Thank you.
That foggle work was really good.
Got to be feeling pretty good.
Okay.
I thought you did great.
Okay, cool. I feel like I busted the steep turns, right?
Yeah, a little trouble there, but I thought you've come a really, really long way in a really good way in very, very short time. So you've done excellent. I think tomorrow's going to be a good day for you. I really do.
All right.
And what do you know? I guess he was right. I passed my check ride with flying colors. Thank you so much, Brad, for helping me out. Brad Smith is a DPE located in Greenville, Texas. I've used him for all of my check rides, and he's just the best. Many thanks to Wing Bird Aviation for making this journey possible. I was able to complete my multi-engine rating with little to no IFR currency in 7 days. By the time my check ride rolled around, I felt ready. I recommend to anyone considering getting their multi-engine rating to do it with Wing Bird. You won't be sorry. To celebrate my accomplishment, I went out on the town. If you know me by now, you know there's nothing I love more than flying, but what comes second to that is dancing of all kinds. Way deep down somewhere inside me, I still got a little bit of Texas, and that came through that night. So my friend Lily and I went out, and I found a worthy partner, wouldn't you say? I'm fortunate enough to have married a man who doesn't give a damn who I dance with as long as I come home to him at night. Trust me, I've tried to get Cole to dance with me, he just doesn't take to it. But anyways, that's enough rambling. Thank you guys for watching this series, and like always, if you have any suggestions or airplanes you'd like me to cover in the comments, please let me know or email me in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and we'll see you on the next one.